Hello, my name is Elena and welcome to the MathLive.com channel. In this video, I will be solving the triple angle identity for cosine step by step and then verifying the solution on MathLive.com. So we can see that the equation for the triple angle of cosine is that the cosine of 3 theta is equal to 4 cosine of theta cubed minus 3 cosine of theta. The question is, how do we know that to be true? How can we derive this equation? The first step that we can take is to break down the cosine of 3 theta into terms of double angles and single angles. And the goal of that is that we will be able to turn those new double angles that we form into single angles, and then we can have the entire expression in terms of just single angles, which is how we can see it's expressed on the right-hand side of this equation. So how can we break down this triple angle? There's a formula called the angle addition formula, which states that if we have the cosine of two angles added together, we are able to express them in terms of a and b in this new equation. Now you might be asking yourself, we have the cosine of 3 theta, where do the two angles come from? Well, we can just write cosine of 3 theta as the cosine of 2 theta plus 1 theta. From there, we can then treat 2 theta as a and 1 theta as b, and plug them into our original equation. Now we are able to see that the cosine of 3 theta is equal to this new equation using our angle addition formula. However, we can still see that we have 2 thetas in this equation, these double angles that we want to be able to reduce further into single angles. This is where we can use the double angle identities for sine and cosine to reduce these terms. Once plugging in the double angle identities to their respective positions and simplifying, we can see that we now have a new equation for cosine that's expressed only in terms of single angles. Now that we've reduced everything in terms of just single angles, the next step we have to think about is how do we get rid of this sine from our equation? Because in the original cosine of 3 theta equation, we can see everything is only expressed in terms of cosines. What we can do is use the helpful tool that the sine squared of theta plus the cosine squared of theta is equal to 1. If we rearrange the terms, we can see that the sine of theta squared is equal to 1 minus the cosine of theta squared, and we can simply plug in 1 minus cosine theta squared into our original equation that we derived up here. And now what we can do is simplify the terms that we added to our equation and combine the like terms to see that we do in fact get the cosine of 3 theta is equal to 4 cosine of theta cubed minus 3 cosine of theta. And just like that, we've derived the triple angle identity for cosine. We are now going to verify our solution using MathLive.com, which has a 2D grapher and solver along with 6 additional solvers. They are the symbolic integration, symbolic differentiation, the complex equation solver, quadratic equation explorer, interactive unit circle, and 3D vector analysis. More solvers will be added in the future, but for now we are going to go to the 2D grapher and solver to verify that our triple angle identity is true. So once we're in the 2D function and relation grapher, what we're going to do is adjust the first equation to be what's on the left side of our triple angle identity. So that is going to be the cosine of 3x. And then on the right side of our equation, we're going to put that in the second box. So that is going to be 4 times the cosine of x cubed minus 3 times the cosine of x. And when we do this, we can see that both lines line up on top of each other identically. If we turn off the orange line, we see the blue line is directly under it, and the same goes for when we turn off the blue line. We can also use our mouse to see that along every point of this curve, we have both the orange values of x and y and the blue line's values of x and y, indicating to us once more that these are the same curve. Since these lines are identical, we can now prove that the cosine of 3x is in fact equal to 4 times the cosine of x cubed minus 3 times the cosine of x. Thank you for watching, and make sure to check out MathLive.com for more help with your math problems. Thank you.